Welcome to today's news. You are watching Millennium News Hour and I am Tanziba Noreen. Here are the latest trending news stories from across the globe. Let's dive into today's top headlines. Harris holds 45%, 42% lead over Trump in tight U.S. presidential race. Kamala Harris called Donald Trump as a fascist in campaign interview. Judge denied most of Trump's request for more evidence in 2020 election case. Jimmy Carter voted by mail in Georgia, completing his wish to vote for Kamala Harris. Mayor Adams and Governor Hochul celebrated new tax incentive to build affordable housing in NYC. Governor Hochul announced $60 million for green infrastructure projects in New York State. Serena Williams shares her recovery journey after grapefruit-sized cyst removal. Trudeau calls India's alleged interference a horrific mistake. Saudi cartoonist Mohammed Al-Hadza sentenced to 23 years in prison. More than 140 lives lost in Nigeria fuel tanker explosion. MLB playoff viewership sees major spike with star teams competing. And Scaloni lauds Messi's ongoing greatness after 10th international hat-trick. You are listening to Headlines, now news in detail. A Reuters Ipsos poll showed Vice President Kamala Harris leading former President Donald Trump by 3 percentage points, 45% to 42%, in the race for the U.S. presidency. The poll, which ended on Sunday, indicated that voter enthusiasm was higher than in the 2020 election. Around 78% of registered voters said they were certain to vote in the November 5 election, with Democrats showing slightly more enthusiasm. Harris entered the race in July after President Joe Biden stepped down from re-election efforts. Trump was initially favored due to his perceived economic strength, especially after years of high inflation under Biden. However, the poll revealed Harris was seen as better on health care and handling political extremism, with a 14-point and 5-point lead, respectively. Despite Harris' lead on these issues, Trump still held a 5-point advantage on the economy, which was the top concern for 26% of voters. Both candidates remained tied in key battleground states. The poll had a margin of error of 4 percentage points. Vice President Kamala Harris agreed that Donald Trump could be called a fascist during an interview with the radio host Charlamagne tha God. Harris made this statement while discussing the upcoming November 5 U.S. presidential election. Initially, she was cautious in describing Trump's vision for the country, but when Charlamagne asked why she couldn't call it fascism, Harris responded, "Yes, we can say that." This marked the first time Harris publicly used the word fascist to describe Trump, further intensifying their political battle. She previously criticized Trump's behavior as unstable and dangerous, warning that he was becoming more authoritarian in his rhetoric. Harris' comments came after Trump had labeled her a Marxist and comrade during his own campaign, making similar accusations against Democrats. Trump's campaign quickly condemned Harris' statement, claiming it incited violence against him. As the election approaches, both candidates continue to engage in fierce debates. Harris's strong words are expected to play a key role in shaping the conversation about Trump's leadership style and what it means for the future of the country. A federal judge mostly rejected former President Donald Trump's request for more evidence in the 2020 election case. Judge Tanya Chutkan ruled that prosecutors don't need to search for most of the information Trump's defense team wanted, which they believed could support his case. Trump asked prosecutors to search 9 government agencies for 14 types of evidence, but Chutkan only approved 3 categories. These include documents from a meeting with Trump about security before the Capitol attack on January 6, 2021, and material related to the federal investigation of former Vice President Mike Pence's handling of classified documents. The judge stated that Trump's requests for information about undercover agents at the Capitol and foreign interference in the election were based on speculation and weren't needed for his defense. Prosecutors have until October 26 to give Trump's legal team any additional evidence. Trump's lawyers plan to argue that he should be protected by presidential immunity and are expected to ask for the case to be dismissed before the November 2024 election. Former President Jimmy Carter cast his ballot by mail in Georgia on Wednesday, the second day of early voting in his state. The 100-year-old fulfilled his wish to live long enough to vote for Vice President Kamala Harris in the 2024 presidential race. Carter, who turned 100 earlier this month, made history as the first former U.S. president to reach that milestone. He has been in hospice care at his home in Plains, Georgia, since February 2023. Carter's health condition has amazed many, as most hospice patients typically live for about 63 days. He has now been in hospice for over 19 months. Earlier this year, Carter told his grandson, Jason Carter, that he was trying to make it to vote for Kamala Harris. Carter's wife, Rosalynn Carter, passed away in November after 77 years of marriage, and he attended her memorial service in a wheelchair. Despite his ongoing health challenges, Carter remained determined to vote in this year's election. We'll be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your fist. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. New York City Mayor Eric Adams and Governor Kathy Hochul celebrated new numbers from the 41 tax incentive program designed to build tens of thousands of affordable housing units. The New York City Department of Housing Preservation and Development received letters of intent for about 650 buildings, representing 71,000 new homes, including 21,000 affordable units. This news came as the city faced a housing crisis with a 1.4% rental vacancy rate, and many renters spent over 30% of their income on rent. The 41 extension, part of Mayor Adams' housing agenda, aimed to build 500,000 new homes by 2032. Governor Hochul praised the program for putting over 70,000 homes back on track. Mayor Adams urged the City Council to support the City of Yes for Housing Opportunity proposal, which would further help solve the city's housing challenges. The tax incentive program allowed extended timelines for affordable housing projects, which were crucial to addressing the city's housing shortage. Governor Kathy Hochul announced 60 million in green resiliency grant funding for 13 innovative green infrastructure projects across New York. These projects aimed to combat climate change, particularly in flood-prone and disadvantaged communities. Funded through the Clean Water, Clean Air and Green Jobs Environmental Bond Act, the initiative emphasized Governor Hochul's commitment to protecting New Yorkers from extreme weather while ensuring equitable access to clean water. Nearly half of the funding was designated for New York City, showcasing the state's dedication to creating a more resilient urban environment. During her announcement, Hochul referenced the urgency for infrastructure investments following Hurricanes Helene and Milton. EFC President and CEO Maureen A. Coleman highlighted the importance of enhancing municipal infrastructure to tackle climate challenges. Key projects included a $10 million grant for the Tibbetts Brook daylighting project, which aimed to reduce combined sewer overflows into the Harlem River by over 200 million gallons annually. This funding is part of New York's broader commitment to improving water quality and infrastructure, with significant investments totaling $5.5 billion since 2017, ensuring a sustainable future for its communities. Tennis legend Serena Williams shared that she had a grapefruit-sized cyst removed from her neck as part of her recovery journey. In a TikTok video posted on Tuesday, Williams revealed she discovered a lump in May. After visiting her doctor and getting an MRI, she was diagnosed with a brachial cyst, a fluid-filled sac, often benign but sometimes requiring surgery. Williams initially felt mortified but was told she didn't need immediate surgery. However, as the cyst continued to grow, doctors recommended removal due to its size and risk of infection. She described the surgery as painful but expressed gratitude for the doctors who cared for her. In her video, Williams showed the scarring on her neck from the procedure and shared a light-hearted moment with her daughter Olympia at an American Girl doll store. She concluded her post by expressing gratitude for her health and mentioned missing important events while recovering. Her husband, Alexis Ohanian, praised her strength and dedication as a mother, emphasizing the importance of health above all. Now it's time for global updates. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau described India's alleged interference in Canada as a horrific mistake. This comment followed Canada's decision to expel 6 Indian diplomats whom Canada linked to the murder of a Sikh separatist leader. Trudeau stated that India overstepped by trying to interfere in Canada's sovereignty and security. In a discussion about foreign interference in Canadian politics, he emphasized the seriousness of India's actions, saying the Indian government made a horrific mistake in thinking they could interfere as aggressively as they did. He indicated that Canada might take further steps to protect its citizens but did not elaborate on what those steps would be. In response, India denied the allegations and retaliated by expelling 6 Canadian diplomats, leading to a further decline in relations between the two countries. Trudeau's remarks marked a significant moment in the ongoing dispute, which has strained diplomatic ties over the past year. Both countries now face increased tensions as they navigate this complex diplomatic situation. We'll be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. You are watching latest global updates. A Saudi court sentenced cartoonist Mohammed Al-Hazza to 23 years in prison for creating political cartoons that allegedly insulted the country's leadership. His sister and a human rights group reported the news, raising concerns about freedom of expression in Saudi Arabia under Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Al-Hazza was arrested in February 2018 during a raid on his home, where security forces confiscated his art and personal belongings. The charges against him involved cartoons published in the Qatari newspaper Lusail and social media posts perceived as critical of Saudi Arabia and supportive of Qatar. Originally sentenced to 6 years, Al-Hazza's case was reopened, leading to the extended sentence just as he was about to be released. His sister Asrar Al-Hazza expressed disbelief at the sudden increase in his sentence. Human rights groups have criticized Saudi Arabia for cracking down on dissent and free speech. Senate Human Rights Organization stated that Al-Hazza's case exemplifies the suppression of artistic expression in the country. Saudi officials claimed that his actions were related to terrorism, further complicating the situation for those who speak out. A tragic fuel tanker explosion in Nigeria claimed the lives of over 140 people and injured many others. Local officials reported that the accident occurred when the tanker crashed in Majia town near Kano and the driver lost control of the vehicle. A mass burial for the victims took place on the morning of October 17. Noura Abdullahi, a spokesperson for Nigeria's National Emergency Management Agency, confirmed to AFP that more than 140 individuals were buried in a mass grave and the death toll may continue to rise. Those injured were being treated at Ringim General Hospital. Eyewitnesses noted that the high casualty numbers were due to locals rushing to the scene to collect spilled fuel. As they scooped up the fuel, the tanker exploded, igniting a massive fire. This incident followed another tragic accident last month where 48 people died in a similar explosion. Nigeria's poor road conditions contribute to frequent truck accidents, and the World Health Organization estimated that around 40,000 road accident deaths occur each year. Amid a worsening economic crisis, President Bola Tinubu faces challenges in improving safety and economic stability. Let's have a look on today's sports stories. Major League Baseball saw a surge in playoff viewership as big market teams competed for the World Series. The first game of the National League Championship Series on October 15, featuring the New York Mets and Los Angeles Dodgers, attracted 8.26 million viewers across Fox Sports networks, making it the most watched LCS game since 2009. The American League Championship Series opener on October 16 between the New York Yankees and Cleveland Guardians drew 3.9 million viewers, up 4% from the previous year. This increase came despite competing with Sunday Night Football and Monday Night Football. The MLB's Division Series also reported a strong viewership, with the American League Division Series averaging 3 million viewers, a 20% rise from 2023. MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred noted increased fan engagement due to shorter games and exciting rule changes. The excitement surrounding the playoffs has reignited interest in baseball, especially with stars like Shohei Ohtani and Aaron Judge on display. Lionel Scaloni, the manager of Argentina, praised Lionel Messi on his incredible performance at the age of 37. Messi scored his 10th international hat-trick in Argentina's impressive 6-0 victory over Bolivia during a World Cup qualifier, marking his second match since returning from injury sustained at the Copa America in July. Scaloni expressed his admiration for Messi's skills, stating, "It never ceases to amaze." He mentioned how wonderful it was to watch Messi play from the bench and emphasized the importance of Messi continuing to play as long as he can perform at this level. Despite missing key players due to injuries and suspensions, Scaloni expressed pride in his team's effort. Goalkeeper Emiliano Dibu Martinez was suspended for 2 matches by FIFA for offensive behavior in September, which kept him out of the qualifiers against Venezuela and Bolivia. Scaloni acknowledged the competitive spirit among his players, noting that younger players stepping up can motivate the veterans. As of now, he hopes to see Messi and his squad perform well in the upcoming matches. We'll be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feast. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for business news. Today's New York stock close price is 19,825.49. The NYSE Composite is increased by 146.78 points or 0.75%. Tokyo stock close price is 39,180.30. The Nikkei 225 index is decreased by 730.25 points or 1.83%. Shanghai stock close price is 3,202.95. The Shanghai index is increased by 1.66 points or 0.05%. Hong Kong stock close price is 20,286.85. The Hang Seng index is decreased by 31.94 points or 0.16%. Bombay stock close price is 81,501.36. The Sensex index is decreased by 318.76 points or 0.39%. Let's have a look on today's weather forecast. Before finishing today's news, let's hear out the headlines again. Harris holds 45%, 42% lead over Trump in tight U.S. presidential race. Kamala Harris called Donald Trump as a fascist in campaign interview. Judge denied most of Trump's request for more evidence in 2020 election case. Jimmy Carter voted by mail in Georgia, completing his wish to vote for Kamala Harris. Mayor Adams and Governor Hochul celebrated new tax incentive to build affordable housing in NYC. Governor Hochul announced $60 million for green infrastructure projects in New York State. Serena Williams shares her recovery journey after grapefruit-sized cyst removal. Trudeau calls India's alleged interference a horrific mistake. Saudi cartoonist Mohammed Al-Hadza sentenced to 23 years in prison. More than 140 lives lost in Nigeria fuel tanker explosion. MLB playoff viewership sees major spike with star teams competing. And Scaloni lauds Messi's ongoing greatness after 10th international hat-trick. That's all for today. Keep watching Millennium News Hour for latest news update. To stay updated, like our Facebook page, subscribe our YouTube channel and visit our websites. Our website addresses are www.millenniumnews24.com and www.millenniumtv24.com. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all at TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV. And also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with us for all the latest news worldwide. Thank you.